Welcome back, America, to your Caribou Data Science channel. First of all, a big shout out to the 11 folks who watched this video yesterday. That was 9 younger folks and 2 older folks like myself. Thanks so much for younger folks. I know you got a lot more things you can do in your life besides watching my videos, so I appreciate all 9 of those younger folks, okay? Also, if you're interested in our program in COVID-19 and data analysis, join me this evening, 8 p.m. on Twitch. There's a link to my Twitch channel in the link below. It's 8 p.m. New York time, okay? Eastern Daylight Time. Also, I'd appreciate if you would click on that Twitter link and follow me on Twitter today. Okay, help me get that channel up and running also. Also, if you're on Discord someplace, put a link to the put a link to that you know just, put a link, put a link to your Discord channel in the description below also. Okay. Let's get this show on the road now, America. See if we can get these numbers wrapped. We can get these numbers wrapped up today. Okay. The one thing that's kind of curious about the way COVID-19 cases deaths is being tracked is as opposed to heart disease and cancer. Heart disease and cancer is tracked 1 year at a time. So every year on January 1st, the counter for heart disease and cancer is set back to zero. But yet, of course, the difference is with COVID-19, that doesn't happen. We're still counting COVID-19 cases from the first case in January 2020 and the first death in February 2020 up until today. Which, of course, is the question is why? Why are we counting COVID-19 differently? Okay. So anyway, you can see currently as of from January 2020 up until today, we've had 45.3 million cases. From late February up until today, we've had 2020, we've had 733,000 cases plus. Now we're currently averaging 71,004 cases per day, which projects out to a 12-month period of 225.9 million cases. Okay? Now, we're currently averaging 1,219 cases per day, which projects out to an annual number of 445,295. Now, what's interesting here is that we've had, for whatever reason, diseases seem to have a second life in the fall. I think the explanation is because, well, on this first during the spring and summer, people go out a lot, so they're not nearly as not nearly as in more. You don't spend as much time indoors, so there's not much contact. In the fall, people start to stay inside more, so therefore there's more people in a space, and so it makes it possible to do that way. But anyway, you can see here long declining pattern down to July. Now, of course, people are saying this is probably Delta. Well, do we know it's Delta? Do we have do we have a test for Delta variant? That's the question. Okay. But anyway you look at it, we saw this increase up for maybe a month and a half. Then the numbers began to fall again for cases. And to a certain extent, the same thing happened with deaths. The long declining pattern of deaths, an increase up through, say, late September. And now since mid-September, the numbers began to fall again. Now you can look here, and you could have saw, so we know that there are more cases 2020 and 2020, but you also look up here, for the first part of this year, we had a long declining pattern down to about July. Then we saw the numbers increase in July and then fall back down. So we have to be careful with these numbers here, okay? What about deaths? We saw the pattern, same pattern in deaths, right? Down, up, and down, right? How many people are vaccinated? How many of these people are vaccinated? If we come back over here, you can see that, well, you can see the seasonal pattern. Increase in the fall, decrease in the spring, and now it's increasing again. Although, this well, as you saw above, there's a pretty dramatic drop, pretty dramatic increase in July, and a pretty dramatic uh, decline in case and deaths over the last couple of months. Deaths again, same thing. Quarterly numbers, unfortunately, the third quarter of 2020 was the quarter with the third most cases so far. And the third quarter of 2021 was a quarter with the third most deaths so far. So we can come over here, take a look and see where we're currently at. So 1021 we had 80,072 cases for a single day, averaging 84,691 cases per day. And you can see over here that as of October 21st, we had 1,903 deaths for a single day, with an average of 1,802 deaths per day. Now again, it's just curious how this thing goes all the way up and then it starts starts to decline for some reason. I never quite understand it. Okay, if this is Delta var causing this, well, how come the numbers drop off? That's the question. Okay, long declining pattern in spring and a new spike in the fall. Deaths, the same situation. Okay, so you can see that the good news is that October's cases are going to be below August, September's cases, but still higher than in a few other months. So we'll take this as good news: a decline in number of cases and a decline in the number of deaths from the previous month also. Now the question is this: for every 100,000 people in the U.S., how many have COVID-19? Well, the answer is about 25 on average. Okay. This is kind of interesting. We had this increase up to here, then we had this dip, then we had this increase up here again. So the question is, for every 100,000 people in the U.S., how many people are dying from COVID-19? The answer is about 1/2 of a person per 100,000. Okay. So anyway, America, that does conclude your report for today. Be sure to stop back by on Sunday. In addition to the data report, we'll also take a look at the vaccine rollout data for the U.S. Okay. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll catch you Sunday evening. Or we can also catch you 8 p.m. this evening if you're interested in our programming and data analytics over on my Twitch stream. There's a link in the description below. Thanks so much, America. We will certainly see you Sunday afternoon.